Hey guys, Hardware Hound here, and welcome to my little video series on why graphics cards in 2019 are terrible. And quite frankly guys, the reason why I'm doing this in 3 parts is I want to stay on subject, and I want to try to really get down into basically why this is not a good year to grab a brand new graphics card. So, you know, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all that stuff is coming up, and it's like, I would hold off. I wouldn't pull the trigger on any kind of new card this year. And so to start this off, I'm going to talk about ray tracing. So ray tracing is awful. It's terrible. As you guys probably know, one of the biggest problems with ray tracing is that even though Nvidia's RTX series of graphics cards have hardware level ray tracing, it kills performance in games. Like, it just flat out devastates frame rates. So you're looking at needing something like an RTX 2070 minimum just to get something decent. You probably really want something like an RTX 2080, and the simple fact is as soon as you enable that ray tracing feature, right now, it's killing performance in games, and a lot of people are kind of scratching their heads and saying, this isn't worth it. And then there's things that, like Nvidia did this advertising campaign when Minecraft got ray tracing. And it's like, oh my goodness, they show you a shot of RTX off, and then they show you with RTX on. Now, to be fair, looks like their website explains what's going on, but any person who understands would realize how misleading that side-by-side is, because it isn't just ray tracing that made Minecraft look realistic. You also have to have a texture pack as well. In fact, I was able to go back, and it looks like as early as January of 2014, there was texture packs that were making Minecraft look amazing. So ray tracing is kind of dumb in that regard. Like, what's the point? If it's just making our games look a little prettier, but people have been making games look prettier anyway, ray tracing is kind of stupid. And yet, ray tracing is kind of awesome too. You might have picked up, there's been several stories saying that ray tracing in 2-3 years is going to be the norm for games. Everybody's going to be doing ray tracing. Game developers seem to love ray tracing. Why is that? Well, to put it in the most basic terms as possible, in short, if you go into a beautiful land like Azeroth and you're going through all those zones and you're looking at all those trees and bushes and rocks and hills, and you see the sky and the sun and you got shadows on everything, you'd probably think, oh cool, yeah, the sun's causing shadows. Except that's not how it works in games. You see, in order for something to cast a shadow or for water to have a reflection, the game developer actually has to paint that in to every object. Water doesn't just come with the reflections, it has to be put into the water. Rock doesn't cast a shadow in a game. A shadow has to be kind of painted and attached to the rock. Now, that's a really dumbed down basic way of putting it, but the point is that developers have to develop that stuff on every object in the game. Now sure, if you're building an object and then you can copy paste that object to some degree, you might save some time, but as you can imagine, shadows and lighting take a lot of work for game developers. Where ray tracing is so awesome is for the first time a game developer can, in a game engine, say, all right, here's my light source, and then ray tracing takes it over from there, and it gives you the proper lighting, the proper shadows. Everything will react as an object is going through, like your character that you're playing in the game. Shadows and water can actually happen because it can reflect using ray tracing. That is really awesome, because if a game developer wants to make a game look nice, they can do it easily, or at least easier than it was before. And that's why ray tracing is awesome, because there's still going to be a lot of developers who are going to want to make the game look better. And if they can do that easier without having to build everything that you're seeing, that's going to make everything better for the gaming industry. So while ray tracing is kind of terrible, ray tracing is awesome. So guys, that's all I really want to talk about, is ray tracing and kind of helping you understand that. But even though we've got some ray tracing, this is not the time, I believe, to get a graphics card. So I'm going to explain that like I said, I'm going to have 2 videos in the description below. The other video I'm going to talk about is why you shouldn't be buying a graphics card this year, and explaining what we're going to be seeing next year that makes me think it's really worth it to wait just one more year before you consider doling out some serious dough for a good graphics card. And then finally, if you're needing an upgrade though, and you're really looking for a performance uplift and you don't want to wait, I might have a solution that can save you some cash and get you that performance uplift, so I'll have that as well. In fact, I did this myself and I'm very pleased with the results. Alright guys, that's all I got for this one. Let me know, check out my other ones, and like and subscribe if you want to keep me going. I'll catch you later.